Tell us about the contents of this letter that circulated around Congress yesterday, the last 2 days.
Yeah, and good morning, everyone. And so this letter was written by Congressman Mike Gallagher. He's the chairman of the House Select Committee on the Communist China. So, and then this letter is also supported by 12 other members of the Congress, including Michelle Steele, Jim Banks, and Neil Dunn, and quite a few number of congressmen supported this letter. And I applaud this letter because basically this letter is telling American public that it wasn't the FBI who first discovered the CCP's secret police station in the Lower Manhattan. It was first reported by a human rights organization, Safeguard Defenders, back in September 2022. And then FBI did nothing. I mean, after this information becomes a public domain information circulating in the news media outlets, and then it's the Congress, members of the Congressmen, including Mike Gallagher, wrote a letter to Christopher Wray, the FBI director, in February this year, demanding FBI's investigation into the CCP's secret police station. And then months later, DOJ announced the arrest. So this raised a very important question. I mean, everybody knows FBI has a mission to be the first responder to the foreign threats on the U.S. soil. They shouldn't be waiting the news media or the human rights organization to tell them that, hey, there's a CCP police station in Lower Manhattan. And then what have they done to catch all the other secret police stations in other cities? As a Chinese American citizen, we know there are countless CCP's secretive operatives in the United States, in San Francisco, in Atlanta, Georgia, in North Carolina, in Minnesota, in Chicago, all over the places. But why FBI is only announcing the arrest of the Lower Manhattan to Chinatown man? There's more. So we demand answers. So I think this is a great letter because the FBI's job is supposed to identify among everybody else. They should be the first one to identify and respond to that. They shouldn't be waiting for the congressman to send a letter and urging them to do that. And they shouldn't be waiting to see how many Chinese people have, living in this country have become the victim of the CCP's weaponization of this country's justice system. So great letter.
Nicole, you just brought something up that is riveting, right? You just said the purpose of the FBI, the number one objective, is to defend our soil against any foreign infiltration or adversaries. And why did it take the news media to break this story to finally get him to act in New York City, right? The letter that was signed, that was originated by Mike Gallagher, how many members of Congress actually signed that?
12 people, and yes, and I'd like to see more. So I mean, over the years, I have been wondering why the DOJ and the FBI hasn't paying close attention to the CCP's infiltration in this country. I mean, the CCP is the number one threat, foreign threat to the national security in this country. Yet over the last several years, we have been seeing Russia, Russian Gate, Russian disinformation, Russian interference. But actually, it's the CCP. I mean, the CCP has spent the most amount of personnel, human resources, time, and everything to interfere and undermine this country. And this hasn't become the top one priority for FBI and DOJ. And let's also not forget that back in 2017, FBI got the exclusive intel from Mr. Mao Squall about the CCP's plan to release a deadly virus to take down America, also known as the COVID-19. FBI did nothing. America lost over 1 million people's life. I mean, what is the accountability for this? I mean, FBI still keep the 96 of personal cell phones from Mr. Mao's school in their 2019 search. And in that cell phone, it has a lot of exclusive intel about the CCP's plan to take down this country. What has FBI done to save this country, given that they possess the very knowledge and information about the CCP's plan?